Here we go now. Time to start reassembling the front subframe. As you can see in my bags here, I have the various bolts that I took off. So now I know where they go. Steering box is done and ready. These hold all points are ready for the upper control arm. These brackets are ready for the steering box. In fact, they should live there. These overriders, spring, I call them spring washers. They're kind of an anti-wear thing. The two things I will be using is blue Loctite. As I've mentioned, I'm going to be reusing, which is a bad thing, I'm going to be reusing my Nylock nuts, purely because they're stainless steel. They cost me a lot of money. I didn't anticipate having to undo them and put them back on again, but it's happening, so I'm going to use thread locker. I'm using the blue one because the red one really locks it, and these bolts may need to come undone again. Certain ones I will be using the red thread locker on, and I will also be using on the joints the copper grease to help the joints go nicely. This is my subframe, repowder coated. Just going to give it a bit of a waxing. I've got some stuff on it that I need to clean. Here is the idler control arm and the bolts for it, and what I'm calling the tie rod ends, which I'm sure is the total wrong term, but that's what I'm going to go for at the moment. So this is what we're going to do next, is give this a quick polish with some nice wax, put the grommets in, clean the threads, and put everything in. Alright, let's get on with it. Right, let's start with one of the easiest things to do, one of the overriders. These are 1/2 inch nut and bolt, and I use these locking nuts. I find them particularly good. They are all stainless steel because I don't want them to rust, and I don't ever want to have to replace them. So it's costing me a lot of money to do this front subframe. It seems every time I go to my Ace Hardware store and buy a load of nuts and bolts, I walk out of there $70 lighter, or something along those lines, because you can't just buy one nut and bolt, you know, and if you need 4 you buy 6, and if you need 10 you buy 12. So it's just one of those things, and I've got a whole bag full now of bolts that I probably really don't need. But hey, you never know. Alright, as I said, these are 1/2 inch. And I'm trying to do the bolt at the top so that the nut underneath doesn't turn and it just bites in. That's it. Do the same on this side. I won't show you the other end. It's, you know, basically the same thing. Damn, I keep using that word, and I really do detest it. It is the same thing. Not basically, it is. So you don't need the word basically, people. And also, you don't need the word like. Well, it's like, yeah, it's like, man, yeah, it's like this, and it's like that, and it's like, and it either is or it isn't. Learn to speak the language of your country. Yes, American. I'm English, but the language is American. Right, that's that done. Now get back to do the polish. Give me 1 second. Right, time to put these little pieces in. They are for the upper wishbone. Do note the screws are offset and they need to go in the correct way. They're pretty easy to do. Of course, now I've said that, I'm going to struggle. You know that, don't you? So let's see if I can get it up here. You see, as he says, it's so easy to do. Alright, hopefully you can see this, and then get the screw in there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the bolts in the holes first before I tighten that center screw, just to make sure that the alignment isn't that bad. So give me a second, let me get this second bracket in place. And really the screws are just to hold it there, they don't serve much of a purpose other than that. So let's see if I go. Oh, my timer's just gone off, my powder coat's ready, I'll be back. Right, sorry about the interruption there, though you probably didn't even notice. I've just put 2 bolts in. I just want them there so that when I tighten this screw, I know that at least the bolts are in there and I can, excuse me, and they turn nice and easy. That way when I come to put the upper wishbone on, or the upper wishbone bracket as it will be, it's not a problem. There we go, that's that one. And if you find this boring, then maybe you should be watching something else. Maybe you should be watching paint drying, or look on the bright side, at least I'm not playing inane music, which a lot of video people seem to do. I don't know about you guys out there. Me personally, when I'm watching a video, I want to hear the commentary of whatever the guy's saying he's doing, or I want silence. I don't want some crappy music playing, and whilst it may not be crappy to the person putting it out, it's probably crappy to me. Okay, there we go. So that's these 2 now in position. It's an in position, ready for the bracket. Now, where is that bracket, you may ask yourself? And I'm asking myself the same question. Well, no, I did it. God damn it, Muskie. Where's the bracket? Oh, duh. Here it is, folks. Attached to the upper wishbone. And as you will recall from an earlier video, I didn't tighten any of these because everything's going to move and everything needs to be Loctited. So this particular one will be on the other side. So I'll get those other little blocks in place, and I won't bore you watching me do that, and then we'll start to assemble even more of this frame. Right, time to fit the steering box here to this lovely subframe, and as you can see there is a locking tab and 2 different length bolts. So let us get started with, let's start with one of the bolts into one of the holes. Now what I'm going to do is try and get it started. Not easy because this thing is heavy. Effie. Let me see if I can get it started. Nope. And you've got to get the angle right too. It's not meant to be easy. Okay, I think I got that. Alright, so now with the shorter bolt that goes in the bottom, just lift that up, make sure that starts, and do the same on the other side. And you know, the choice here is yours. This is what I do. If you don't like what I do, well, that's your problem, I guess. So I just got these to start. They're all started now. Pull it up. That one has not bitten, so let's do that one again. Yes, you see me make mistakes and all. Alright, good. Now I'm going to use blue Loctite. Just going to put a little dab on each thread. This time I'm going to try and put a little dab on each thread. Come on, what's the matter with you? Why aren't you coming out? Hello? Ew, that doesn't look good. Let's try again. See if I can get it to squirt. Wow. Looks like I have a blockage, Houston. Let me get my pin. My special pin. I've had this pin for years. It is so good. I've used it for so many different things. Alright, so we'll try again. We have success, Houston. Just a little bit of blue on each bolt. Alright. Now, what is this? What do you mean, what is it? It is a 9/16. Okay. So now we can zap this up. 9/16. You do know I've already put the rubber bungs in because there's one underneath here. I guess I'm kind of belt and braces here. I'm putting Loctite on it. I got spring washers and I got locking tabs. It's probably a bit of overkill. I really don't need the spring washers. But they're there now, so I'm going to let it ride. I guess it's what I would know as belt and braces to keep your pants up. And if you're bored watching this, then I got a really great idea for you. Don't watch it. We're getting there. It's slow. Don't rush me. I'm old. I don't do things fast anymore. And apart from sex, I'm very fast at that. Hey, I can last 30 seconds. How many of you can last 30 seconds, eh? Okay, so you're bragging. You can last 35 seconds. Maybe even 40. Hey, I can give them the best 30 seconds of their life. Can you say that? Right, we're getting there, boys and girls. Okay, they are tight as a duck's arse, and that's watertight. Gonna have to clean that out. All right, next thing to do is to get this little beauty on, and helps if you link it in there, and then here. Now, long bolts in your bottom. Woo! That'll make your eyes water. Just get it in there. Just nice and easy. And again, we will be being Loctite on these. Just want to get them started so I know that they are in the right position. Sorry guys, everything's pretty hot at the moment out in here in sunny Arizona. They tell me we're going to get to a chilling 112 degrees today. That's enough to fry an egg on the concrete. Okay, We are, oh, that one's up way too far. One of them's got a little excited. Okay, let's give these a squint. All right. Whoops, made a bit of a mess there. Never mind. Now on this side we don't have that beautiful locking tab. I guess they figured they're not going to worry about this coming off, huh? I would. Still fucks up your steering, but hey, that's what Jaguar did. That's what we go with. Oh, this lot is looking resplendent. I'm so pleased with this. Whoops, let's pull that forward a bit, give me a bit more room. There we go. Alright, let's pinch it up. That's that one. Pinch it up. And that one. More tea, Becca. Okay, there we go. We now have this baby on. Look at that. Ooh, it even works. What more do you want? The rest of the shit on there, Gary. Oh, okay. Geez, you're such a slave driver. All right. Next, I'm going to bend these tabs over. You don't need to watch me do that. And then I'm gonna. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I think I may install this. The other items at the moment are being powder coated, so I can do this one side and then we'll do the other, of course. Duh. Alright guys, and then we have to do the juggling rings, put everything together. Oh, we've got these lovely rods go out to the wheels. And I'll tell you one thing I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna make these both the same length. That's not how they were, but I'm gonna make them both the same length. Why? Because then when they adjust the middle, it's even, because that's what happens. You loosen these nuts here, you grab this bar and you twist it, and if you twist it this way it goes, and if you twist it this way it goes, and I don't know how much or I need, so that'll be fun. But unfortunately the only thing I can do is get it as close as I can with a piece of string and hopefully not have to drive too far to a guy that has the correct equipment to do it. Alright, next, let me see. Yep, it's going to be the hub, so let me get that ready. Alright, now we have, I guess you would call this the fulcrum shaft. This goes through this hole here. Now I want to check this out first before I get too far. because it's been repowder coated. That's okay, that's good. That nut needs a bit of a clean up. Alright, so actually I can do that. Give me a second, let me clean that nut. Okay, here is the hub assembly. I now need to get into position. This is not going to be easy, so you can all have a good laugh. Let's get the bottom in first. Okay, let's see if we can move that down. I'll tell you what, let me take these pieces of wood out. Now, I'm only doing this live so that you guys can have a fucking good laugh at me. Okay? Hopefully I won't get injured doing this. Now let's... Oh, me nuts fell off. Okay, you, come back here. Alright, that's sort of in the hole. That's not how the girls like it. They don't like it sort of in the hole, they like it in the hole. Or not in the hole. And on that side, you can wait. I need me wubba whammer. Wubba whammer, whammer whammer. And I'm going to need that nut, but not just yet. So, enjoy walking with me, guys, as they get me a little wubba whammer. Let's see if I can drive this in. I'm hoping this will help align it. Ooh-wee. It's not that this is tight, it's just the angle of the dangle and the dingle of Miss Pringle is not quite right. And on the other side, you can't see it, but I can feel it. I'm going to get the wishbone in the right place. So what I need to do is get this off of this piece of wood, because it's causing me an issue. Youch. Oh guys, isn't this fun? I'm sure you're all enjoying the laugh, as you should, because it's at my expense, not yours. Right. Now. To line this up is a bitch, I can tell you that. Ooh, baby. There she blows. It's just a matter of lineage, guys. There's really nothing much resisting. It's just that everything's so damn heavy. Okay, here we go. Let's keep going. Whilst you can't see it on the other side, as I'm doing this, the lower wishbone is aligning. I really just wish it would line nice and easy. Everything is so fucking heavy. Oh dear. Alright, I think it's time to let you guys go so that I can align this properly without you laughing too much. I'll be back. Alright, that took a little effort, but I've now got the lower wishbone in and ready. As you can see, caliper's here, and the top wishbone is not attached. And as you will recall from previous videos, right upper rear and right upper front. Most of them like it right upper rear. Oh, you're so bad. Okay, and right upper rear, for me, without being sexual, which is never fun, tells me that this is the rear and it's the right, which is what this is, right up rear. This is the shims to adjust. So here we go. Actually, rewind. We're going to do this because that's the proper way to do it. Nope, we're going to use the other bolt because that's the one it should be. Just got to get that in there. Now all of these threads have been cleaned, so it's just a matter of lining it up, which is not always easy. Okay. Okay, that's bitten. Schmitten and it's bitten. That means I can now slide this block of shims onto that bolt, slide this bolt through, get it in the hole, ASATB. And those of you that don't know that, it's as the actress said to the bishop, get it in the hole. Don't want to go too far with this, but I also don't want the fuckers to fall out. Where's me wench? Oh, I need me wench. Okay. And again, just as a reminder, this is a 9/16. You'll find a lot of sex on this channel. Most of it is dreamed of, never real, which is a great shame, but there you go. That's life. I'm not going to do this up too far. Warum, he says, warum. Warum is German for why. Why? I don't know why. How the hell would I know? I just live here. Alright. Now, we're going to go right up her front. Know what I mean? Here we are, right up her front. They like that too. Oh my god, this man is so disgusting. I just don't know how I can listen to him. Well, perhaps because I'm disgusting too. There we go. Stick it in the hole and screw it. This is where it gets real tricky. Tricky Ricky. Yep. Gotta be so careful here. You don't cross the threads. Which is why I like to do all of this by finger. I know you guys like it by finger. There he goes again, on the sex thing. What's the matter with him? Doesn't he get enough? Don't answer that question out loud. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, light my fire. Oh, these are tricky to get in the hole. I will succeed. I can succeed. I will survive. I will survive. Bloody, bloody, bloody. I'll survive. I think that's bit, but let's find that out without crossing thread. As I always do these by finger, you can still feel it with the wrench, and I wasn't feeling it then. Oh well. Alright, let's... This is tough. It's just beginning to bite, but it doesn't hold. Alright, let me see what I can do here. Move things around a bit so that it's a little... Ooh, geez. Now, one thing, as you can tell from my voice and the noises that I'm making, you will discover as you put more and more shit together, this fucker gets heavier. That feels like it's bit. It's bit. Let me feel it. Oh, let me feel it, baby. Let me feel it. Yep, that's gone. I got it. 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 Right, now, before I go any further, let me get these shims in the back. And this is why it was right up her rear and right up her front. Because you need to know where these go. Come on. There we go. There you go, baby. Right. Otherwise, the camber and caster will be totally screwed. Now, I cannot guarantee my camber and caster is going to be perfect. I really can't. I am merely going back with what was there originally. I am going to have to take this to a Jaguar specialist who has the correct equipment to actually make sure that my camber and caster is correct. If not, then he's going to have to undo these and make adjustments. So that's not going to be a cheap day, but it's something I have to have done. It's not something I can do. Could I do it with the right equipment? Yeah, I probably could. But I don't have the equipment, and I've never been trained on the equipment, so you're going to be in the same boat as me unless you're a shop. And if you're in a shop, what the hell are you doing watching my video? You should know your shit. Alright, so let's get these done. Oh, and you didn't see it, but off camera I actually put blue Loctite on these, even though I'm using locking nuts. Don't you dare. You have to watch your shims, they want to fall out. And of course when you think they're going to ratchet, they don't. Yeah, and they just do it to fuck with you. Is that with bolts and nuts? Why do they do that? Let's go nice and easy, and then... No, as soon as he uses his finger, let's go tight. Just like a woman. As soon as we use our fingers, they go tight. But they like it. Gesundheit. And whilst I said I've put Loctite on these, it's not really essential because these bolts here, they have spring washers, lock washers, wishy-washy washers, whatever you want to call them. And once I get these tight, then I can I can do up the rest of the bolts on the upper control arm and the lower control arm. Now, what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to do them up tight now because I don't want them loose. But when it's on the car and the weight is on the car with the engine in it, I'm going to have to loosen these bolts here and here, let it set, and then tighten them back up again. If I don't do that, it'll probably shorten the lifetime of these bushes, which obviously I don't want to do. All right, that is really the end of this video, I think. See no point in going any further other than telling you, yes, I will be tightening up these. I will be Loctiting these. I will be tightening up these. I will be tightening up and Loctiting these, believe it or not. Rewind. No, I'm not. I'm going to tighten them without Loctite. Why? Because, you know, as I just said, I'm going to be getting the weight on the vehicle before I tighten these. So I will Loctite these when the weight is on the vehicle. That's quite a few months down the road, I can be sure. All right, hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's not a particularly long one, but we're getting there. We are getting there. Love my rotors, love my brake calipers. Got a lot more to do there once I get this baby in. Next thing to do will be to set this in here. All right, let me show you where that's going. I can't resist it. That goes there. Give it a bit of a tug here. And it goes there. There she blows. And on the underside here, get myself some Loctite before I get those nuts up too tight. I've already done off camera, double check the length from there to there, and on this one from there to there, so that they're identical. Alright, this really is the end. Steering box is on, idler is on, this side is on. Got to finish powder coating the pieces for the other side. That'll be tomorrow. And then put the other side on. The next video will start with me inserting the springs and the pans and the shock absorbers. So that's where we'll start on that. Finally getting the subframe back together. As they say, it's a good night from me, and it's a good night from him. Good night. Oh, see, you thought you were going to get away with it. Please like, subscribe, ding the bell, and if you have questions, please feel free to email me at gstargarage@gmail.com, and that's star with 2 R's, so GSTARRGARAGE@gmail.com. I may not get back to you immediately, but I will get back to you, I do promise. Thanks guys, have a great day.